All right, so here we are. This is the what is this theorem called again? Linear pair theorem, which is if two angles are a linear pair, then they are supplementary. All right, so we start off with our given. Two angles are a linear pair. What do I know about it? If I draw out two angles that are a linear pair, so here's, here I should actually write this down. So here's two angles that they form a linear pair. So here's angle A, here's angle B. What do I know about them? They form a line. Okay, so angle A and angle B form a line. How do you know that, though? You can't write common sense down. Because it's not technically common sense. You didn't know that this went with this when class started this year. What did we talk about previous to this that established that this term linear pair gets attached to this idea that they form a line? Done again? Definition. Yeah, we defined it, remember? Definition of linear pair. Now, if two angles form a line, how big are they? 180, yeah. That would be angle A, measure of angle A, plus measure of angle B, has to equal 180. How do I know that? So, that's how much a line is. It's not supplementary yet. I may say, I'm going to write this down, definition of line slash angle addition postule. Because technically you could talk about either of those being the justification there. The idea that the two angles add up to a line, or, well, lines are 180 degrees. Now, my goal, is there a question there? Okay. My goal was to say they are supplementary. So that's where I was going with this. Have I gotten there? What do you mean, kind of? And have I said that? I have not said that two angles add up to 180? Yeah. Well, no, wait, okay, let me clarify this. I'm going to write this down first. And that's by the definition of supplementary. Now, piece of paper. When we were here, I said you can't yet talk about supplementary for the justification, because we haven't said anything that this doesn't lead to angles are supplementary. But this idea does. Once I've said the two angles add to 180, I can then say they are supplementary by the definition. And if you kind of think about what we were doing with the airline metaphor yesterday, or Tuesday, this would be the flight number that takes us from this idea to that idea. And this would be how I can make that jump. So I said, oh, they form a line, therefore they add to 180. How can I say that? That's how I can say it. So every step going down the proof comes from the previous step. I say, what's the next idea in line? What's the next domino I can knock over? And then how do I know those are all true statements? It's also why when we write out our theorems, I suggest you write them out as conditional statements. This idea, two angles are a linear pair, leads to this idea, that they are supplementary. It's our first one. We're going to do a ton of these. Don't panic. Other questions on this particular proof?